Welcome back. You're still watching S8 today. Gauteng politics is always interesting. Last year, ANC councillor Nonceba Molwele was elected Speaker of the City of Johannesburg, and she's with us here in studio now to talk to us about her new role as Speaker. Thanks so much indeed for joining us. Welcome to the programme.
Thank you very much for having me, Peter. Good afternoon and good afternoon to the listeners.
All right, so just before the break, we ran that story, of course, of the Cooperative MEC, Lebogang Maile, who had suspended some councillors. And this is what you're walking into as the Speaker. What is the temperature in the city at the moment? For us watching from the outside, it looks like it's a war a lot of the times in there.
Yes, for the past 3 years, it has been a war, and it's not supposed to be, because councillors are guided by the Code of Conduct of Councillors. I think MEC quoted the Code of Conduct when he suspended the 2 councillors. We are guided by the Code of Conduct. We are also guided by the rules of council. We have standing rules of council. Over and above the acts that are there, we have the Municipal Structures Act, we have the Systems Act, but we have rules of council that is like our daily document that we have to adhere to. So the atmosphere, yes, it has not been a good atmosphere that I'm walking into, but I am relying on the rules of council that will be guiding me through.
So and it must be a challenge because you're a politician as well. And some of these issues look like they've become quite partisan. It's us versus them in most of these issues. How are you going to bring all these different parties together and remember that actually everybody is serving the citizens?
Of course, that is the difficulty or the uniqueness of being a Speaker of Council, because you cease to be a party person. You become a Speaker of Council. You embrace all the councillors that are present in council because they represent the community, as you correctly say. So it's important for the Speaker to remain neutral and stick to the rules. So, and allow debates, because some of the speakers that I have observed, they are afraid to allow debates. Debates can be hot, but as a speaker, you have to remain neutral and allow debates and treat all councillors the same, irrespective of their political parties.
All right. So in your acceptance speech, when you were elected, you spoke about working with everybody. Is this what you're going to try and do?
Of course. If you remember, I was elected by parties who formed a government of local unity, and there were parties which were not in council during the election of the Speaker. So, but what I'm going to do is what I said, that even those parties, I will embrace them and that I will work with them, because they have been elected by the community. They are representing the community in council. They have to play their role of being public representatives, and I will be presiding over everybody in council.
So you've spent nearly 2 decades as a councillor, and I almost can say that you've never seen quite anything like the last few years, last 3 years in your entire career. What's been different in this last 3 years?
Well, yes, you're correct. I've been a councillor since 2000. And it was the first time in 2016, after the 2016 elections, that I have seen such a deterioration of council, of the decorum of council. So mine is to bring back that decorum of council, is to bring back the dignity of council, and also to restore the seat of being of a speaker. But most importantly is the decorum of council and the way council is run.
What went wrong?
Oh, well, the speaker we had in the past years, he became more partisan, and we want him because we want him. We said to him, you are going to bring down council because you are biased, and if other councillors, for example, in the opposition, are making a point, you ridicule them you shut them down. And if you do that, you are not going to make it.
Are you going to push back on your own party members when they're out of line?
Of course, everybody, everyone. We had a caucus today, and I did indicate to my party members, to remind my party members that as much as I am deployed by the party and being elected by GLU, other parties, but as a Speaker of Council, I am a speaker for council, not only for my party. So that's what the previous speaker could not failed to do, because he embraced only the parties that have voted for him into power.
Right, so going forward, I think it's City of Johannesburg is, and I'm a citizen, we are concerned about the stability of council. It looks like coalition politics has its pluses, but its minuses is if one party changes its mind, then everybody gets thrown out. There's a new group of people in. And that can't be good for the running of the city if, on a whim or some disagreement, that councils will be changing backwards and forwards.
Yes, certainly. It cannot be good, especially because as councillors, we are not representing ourselves. And it is not about positions, but it's about the well-being of the citizens, of which part of the role of the speaker is citizen participation. It's about public participation. So if we doing this chop and changing all the time, then the grass suffers, because service delivery suffers. So we really working very hard to restore the decorum and the decorum of the city of council, and also making sure that as councillors we do what we are there for, because we represent the community and communities are looking upon us.
Yeah. Do you know if the DA will be there on Thursday? Because they walked out when they're voting for you, didn't they?
They did not attend.
Yeah.
They did not attend. I am hoping that they will be there, because their conscience needs to tell them that it's not about the current speaker, it's not about individuals, but it's about the mandate they have from their constituencies for people who voted for them. Because if they keep on not coming, we will be processing first quarterly reports on Thursday, which were supposed to be processed last year already. So if they are not attending, then they will be sending a particular message to their voters.
Okay. Speaker, thank you so much indeed for joining us. We wish you the best of luck with your tenure beginning on Thursday, and hopefully we'll catch up with you just to see how things have been going. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much for the opportunity.